cardio do you require to burn fat, to lose weight, and to be lean? In this episode, we try to focus on the exact formulas that you require, especially when it comes to cardio, of how to trigger burning fat so that you can lose weight and get lean in a healthy way. So I did a few Google searches and I came across that a lot of people are asking specific questions, and maybe you've asked these questions too, because I did ask these questions. So some of these questions were, does cardio help me to gain weight or to lose weight? How much cardio should I do in a day to lose weight? Can you lose weight by only doing cardio? Does cardio reduce belly fat? Is 20 minutes of cardio enough? What type of cardio burns the most fat? Now, these are valid questions, and if you are asking these same questions like I did once upon a time, then stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Before we can get started, I'm Zurika, especially if you're new here, and here at Living an Amazing Life, one of our missions is to enable people like ourselves to be able to age backward gracefully, to look younger and feel confident, to be able to plan your cash flow in terms of financial future, to be able to relish and enjoy food, and at the end of the day, to have a simple life where you don't clutter your life, but declutter it so that you can live an amazing life. So if you are new here and if you're watching this on Facebook, please click that like button or give us that heart of love or that wow factor on Facebook. If you are watching this on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell, because that allows you to be able to know when we are posting a new video. So with that, let's get started. Now, the key factor to remember is that when it comes to weight loss, 15 to 20% is only through exercise. The remaining, whatever percentage from the 100% is based on the foods that we consume. So it's really, really important to first focus on the food rather than only focusing on exercise. Now, when it comes to exercise, there are two types of exercises. One is your aerobic exercise, which is your low intensity exercise, and then we have anaerobic exercise, which is your high intensity exercise. Now, both types of exercises have an advantage. Now, if you're focusing on low intensity exercise, it's really, really important to recognize that by just doing 20 minutes of exercise, you ain't burning any fat for your weight loss journey. In fact, you are just prolonging the whole process, right? Because a few people think, oh, I've walked 3,000 steps, oh, I've walked 5,000 steps, I did 20 minutes of walking. That does not do anything for the body, because the body first starts burning sugar and then after a period of time starts burning fat. So if you want to do low intensity exercise, then you have to walk more than 20 to 25 minutes. So maybe 25 minutes in the morning, maybe 25 minutes in the afternoon, maybe 25 minutes in the evening. You have to have at least 10,000 steps to use this exercise as a model for weight loss. On the other hand, if you're focusing on high intensity exercise, the advantage of high intensity exercise is that you do exercise in a very short span of time, put in a burst of energy, and the whole process will actually start burning fat 24 to 48 hours, even though you might be sleeping, relaxing, sitting down. And it also spikes human growth hormones, which is an amazing thing because it allows you to heal your body from the inside. So we are going to go now through the process of what kind of exercise do you need to trigger, especially when you are focusing on weight loss after you have hit the 40-year mark. If you are liking this episode so far and you think that this is going to be helpful, we do have one-on-one free sessions if you are living in New Zealand or Australia, and there will be a link somewhere in the description. If you're watching it on Facebook, the description is above. If you're watching it on YouTube, it's the description is below, and there's a link where you can register, and one of us as a team would give you a call to go through the process together. If you are not in New Zealand and Australia, then don't worry, just enjoy this video. At least you will be able to put some things into practice. So the key criteria when anyone is focused on burning fat, to have a lean body, and to lose fat, as well as weight loss, it's really important to recognize that it's not only exercise, but it's also the foods that you consume. So let's just imagine you've gone for a walk, you've come back, and now you're gonna have like wheat bakes, or you're gonna have like some roti, or you're gonna have some like rice or pasta, and it's high carbs, yeah? You've just nullified the whole process. We have to measure what we are doing with our foods. The next thing is that you have to rest. You have to have a good night's sleep. By just having 3 hours of sleep and then working out again and going back and complaining that you're not sleeping, it's not going to help. And the third thing is, please do not overdo it. If you are feeling that your muscles are a little bit hurtful, just take it slow that day. If you are feeling a little bit of pain around in your body, just give your body some rest. Do not just focus that I have to have a lean body, I have to lose weight really fast, and I'm just going to overdo it, because you will actually burn muscle rather than actually create and have muscle. So let's focus on the right steps, okay? So now when it comes to exercise, you've got to know that you have to have a healthy heart to be able to choose the types of exercises. So here is a formula that you can use to figure out what kind of exercise to choose, okay? So what I'd like you to do is take a stopwatch. Maybe you can do it with your mobile phone, or if you have a stopwatch. And I want you to take your pulse rate when it's rested. And how do you do that? You start your stopwatch, find your artery either on your wrist or on your neck, and just wait for it to beat and count for 15 seconds what's your pulse rate. Then stop the stopwatch and take that number, whatever that number is, and multiply it by 4. That would give you your rested pulse rate. Most people will be at a normal of 72. Now, if you have got a lower pulse rate and you are already active and you do exercises, then it is a healthy pulse rate. But if you are not doing any exercise and it comes out low, then you clearly need to check that, okay? Now, most athletes who are really fit, they usually have a pulse rate of about 50 to 60, which is really awesome. But let's aim for a normal pulse rate, which would be around the 72 mark. Now, once you have your rested pulse rate, what I want you to do is for 5 minutes, I want you to really do some kind of exercise where you're pushing it, okay? So it's like a warm-up exercise. So it could be like you are jumping in one spot, or you are skipping, or you're running, or you're doing something where you raise your heart rate, all right? Then after 5 minutes of doing this exercise, again, I want you to stop. Take your stopwatch, press it, and for 15 seconds, I want you to take your pulse rate either on your wrist or again on your neck and count it. Then take that amount, multiply it again by 4, and that will give you your pulse rate, which is elevated. So it should come around the 150 mark, or sometimes it might be higher. Whatever that number, just record that number. And then I want you to rest. Once you are rested and you feel like you're calm again I want you to take your pulse rate. Again, stopwatch, 15 seconds, and count your pulse rate. And multiply that by 4, and that will give you another reading. So once you have got your first rested pulse rate, then your elevated pulse rate, and then you've got again the rested pulse rate, now we are getting to some place. Since we have the elevated pulse rate and then the rested pulse rate, I want you to take the elevated. So let's just imagine it was, I don't know, around the 150 mark. And then once you rested, it might have been like 130. Take 150 minus 130. That will give you a new pulse rate, okay? So that may be around the 20 mark. Now, if your pulse rate, once you have subtracted, is less than 12, like if it's 10, 9 or 12, then you have to take exercise really slowly. You just can't go for a CrossFit or a cardio, because you might actually damage your heart, okay? If your pulse rate is around the 20 to 30, it's okay, and you can mix your workouts, maybe a little bit, some days of a low intensity workout and some days a high intensity. But if it is like around the 50, 60, 70 mark, then you know that you can actually go for high intensity workout. So this is a small exercise that I urge you to do so that you know how to pick the exercise that is going to work for your body. So from a low intensity workout, since we now know what to choose, if I was doing a low intensity workout, I would focus on walking, just brisk walking, and at least having a target of 10,000 steps each day. Not 6,000, not 7,000. Please just move the body to at least 10,000 steps. The more steps you do, the better it is going to be for your weight loss journey. Now, from a high intensity workout, I learned this on the internet. It's a really cool trick that you can do. So for a high intensity, first you'll do like a 5-minute warm up so that your body is warm, so you can do a few stretches and so forth. And then what I want you to do is sprint, like run really fast with all the energy that you have for 30 seconds. Then stop for 90 seconds and rest. And then do it again, like sprint fast as much as you can for the next 30 seconds. Do this 8 times round, and you'll be able to see the amount of body fat that you will burn in a healthy way, and at the same time you will trigger human growth hormones that is going to help you to heal from within. If you cannot do running for whatever reasons, because you might have bad knees or you have damaged your ankle, whatever it is, you can do the same trick by using a cross trainer, by using a bike. Again, exercise for 30 seconds, take a break for 90 seconds, again exercise for 30 seconds. Do it 8 times around, so that way you are on track. So if you have loved watching this video, please do share one insight that you got and what action you are going to take in the comments below. Also, I would urge you to please help me to reach other people just like ourselves who might be on a weight loss journey by sharing this video. And I thank you so much for taking the responsibility to get better, to get leaner, to burn fat, and to lose weight in a healthy way. For now, I wish you all the very best, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye for now.